Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Rink Rookie, a guide to the NHL. I am your co-host, Ashley.
And I'm your other co-host, Arielle, and welcome to our podcast.
Hello, it's been a hot second.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. We've been moving around a lot.
Yeah.
We rebranded a bit.
We did, and it looks amazing.
So pretty and fun.
10 out of 10 to Arielle working her butt off on the rebranding. It looks amazing.
Thank you. Obviously, Ashley, nothing goes by without both of us approving.
That's fair. That's true.
But it's been
Mutual
fun.
decision on the look, but all the hard work on Arielle.
Yeah, it's been fun. We wanted to try to how do we make this more us without taking away anything that we've already been doing? So we just kind of adding a little bit more personality and more fun to it. And if you've been following us on Twitter, you can tell that I'm having a blast on there.
Yeah, it's fun to log in and I'll just be like, what's Arielle been up to on the podcast Twitter? And just pop up on my For You tab because Twitter just sucks now. So
yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what else have we been up to? We've been to a couple games.
So many games.
You've been to so many. You've been to a lot.
How many episodes have we recorded so far this year? 1, maybe 2?
I think 1, because it was right before. Yeah, because it was right before All-Star.
Yeah, because we talked about All-Star. I don't think we explained it, but we never talked about after.
Oh, I know. So sorry. But that was fun. All-Star weekend.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching it all. Honestly, there were no misses, no skips. I really enjoyed it all.
I know some people are kind of complaining about certain things, but I'm like, first time here, I'm having a blast. It's so funny because it's if you think about it, we haven't been gone that long, but hockey moves so fast.
So fast.
It's okay, maybe we have been gone a bit.
What happened in February besides the All-Star game? I went to 1 game in February. Did you go to any in February?
No, because I had just gone to see the... No, I went to a game in March.
Okay. Who did I see in February? I think I saw the Blue Jackets and the Kings. I took one of my friends from LA to the game because she's from Ohio, and then I took a co-worker with us too because she's also from Ohio, but she'd been to games before, and that was really fun. We watched the Kings warm up. I'd never seen them warm up before because I'm usually not there for them. So and then March was so many. I feel like there were so many. You saw the Devils, and was it that was just March though, right?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, because I'm thinking about it. I was I went to Coyotes practice in February, at the end of February, which was fun. And then in March, I did get to go see last minute. I got so lucky on a ticket. I went to go see the Coyotes and New Jersey Devils. So I finally got to see my Devils. So exciting and so fun. I ended up making some new friends, and Devils fans were just so welcoming. So that was a lot of fun. So that was my first time going to a game alone. Yeah. And that was
how did you find that going alone? Because I think the first game I went alone was the Avalanche and the Kings, because I had just wanted to go so bad, so I just bought a ticket. And it was fine. I brought my AirPods and just vibed by myself.
Luckily, yeah, because I got dropped off. I had my little sign, and then I kind of just walked around. Everyone was pretty chill. There's a lot of Devils fans, and then I was kind of keeping an eye out because I figured I'm okay, I know the Devils have, I guess, a younger demographic for a multitude of reasons. So I was let me just kind of look around and see if I could see anybody either around my age or that doesn't seem super off-putting, or maybe let me look for anybody else that might be alone. So even before I entered the venue, I spotted a girl standing by herself, and because I felt I was I either gotta walk up to somebody alone, because I did see some pairings of girls and I was intimidated or scared. So I found someone else alone, and I was hi, are you here alone? Do you want to watch warm-ups together? And yeah, the rest is history. Shout out to the Devils.
Yeah.
No, I got to watch. I got to watch them lose in person.
Yeah. I think I saw them a couple weeks before too.
Yeah, you did. It was
and
funny,
they also
honestly.
Lost.
Yeah, because I was gonna go see them in San Jose, but then that fell through, and that's the one game on that road trip that they won. Was in San Jose. But it was funny. I think they went on a power play, and I said. And I out loud, I went, oh, great, I get to watch this power play suck in person. And the people next to me just lost it.
Sometimes those inside thoughts become outside thoughts.
Yeah, I was hey, I don't know what to tell you. And then I think that was it and then I disappeared off the grid for a little bit.
Yes, that was very sad for me. What else? March. I saw the Devils on a Friday, and then I think on a Sunday I watched the other Hughes brother. I saw the Canucks play the Ducks, and then I went back to work the next day, and I went to go talk to someone who manages the hockey ticket calendar at work, like after my second day back, and I was like, "Hey, you ever need someone to fill those seats that we have?" And she's like, "Actually, do you want to go see the Canucks tomorrow?" And I was like, "You know what? Yeah, I would love to."
Actually,
So
I would love that.
So we sat like 6 or 7 rows behind the visitor bench, which was pretty cool. Saw them beat the Kings, which was nice. Saw the Kings play the Stars in March. And then I also saw the New York Islanders play the Ducks. And then I saw the Blackhawks play the Kings and the Ducks. And I think that was my March. It was a lot of hockey.
That's a solid March.
Yeah. And then April was just started with a bang too. Thank God, because now there's about to be like no hockey. So, but you saw the Canuck April
I
too,
did.
right?
Yeah, I just a couple weeks ago, right? Or yeah, I don't know what day it is.
And they
Yeah,
won, right?
they did win. Yeah, that
Okay.
was a lot of fun. I took a sign that said "Here for the Short Kings," and I had Hoglander, Connor Garland, and Quinn Hughes numbers on it. And yeah, the team
Nice,
got a
nice.
kick out of that. They thought it was so funny. Garland was the last one to recognize it, but I think Hogs was my favorite because he pointed it out, and like I think even Zadorov like was like hitting one of the other guys was like, please look at this. It was so funny. And they
I,
won. That was a good game. The
but
game was also pretty fun because I met Kate Peterson, the Canucks reporter, and she was so nice. She follows us on Twitter.
that's so cool.
I know. I was just like, hi. I like introduced myself when I realized because I was just walking past and like I noticed like the social people like uploading photos. So I was kind of like watching them edit in real time. And then I just found that fascinating. And then I just happened to glance over and I see her. I didn't recognize her because she was like in this big puffer jacket and her hair was clipped up and she was like just all bundled up. And she's a lot smaller than I thought she was. So I was like, oh my God, isn't that Kate? And then I said hi and she was very nice.
Yeah, you were networking your butt off that game, weren't you?
I was. I also met some of the players' wives, and then Carson Susie had some family friends in town, so I was talking to them. I just chatted with them. They were very nice and very excited for him, which was cute.
I miss him on the Kraken, but he's gonna go to the playoffs again this year, so that's exciting. My April started with 2 Kraken games. They played the Kings first, and I got a puck from Jared McCann, and I made some really cool signs. And I saw them play the Ducks like 2 days later, and they won. I think that wasn't a shutout, but it was close. And then I saw the Canuck again, like another 2 days later. I think I have 1 game left this month. I'm gonna go see the Blackhawks and the Kings next Thursday on the 18th. It's the last home game for the Kings, so that'll be fun. Go see the baby one last time because I did get to see him earlier last month. He's insane, truly insane.
Really?
Feel very #blessed to see Connor Bedard in his rookie year. Yeah, and I think that catches us up game wise at least.
Yeah, I was at a Coyotes practice last weekend, which was fun. And then I'm sure like if you're listening to us, and we keep saying Coyotes because I live here. It's yeah, it's sad.
Until anything like there's official stuff out, quote unquote, from ESPN, but I think we're gonna hold off on talking about that whole situation until there's like official words from the team themselves.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I know. They'll have their last home game next Wednesday and I'll be outside for that with other fans. So that's going to be a good time. And yeah, and then we're just prepping for playoffs. I've been working all week getting some visual stuff. So I'm so serious. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, do it. One, to see all the hard work that I'm putting in, but then also I feel like it's all going to look really cool.
It does look pretty cool from what I've seen so far. I'm excited to see it all put together and then just kind of do it live because we're watching them with you, obviously, and excited to see the outcome of these next couple months. So I think that's going to segue into what this episode is about, which is the Stanley Cup and the playoffs, which start officially April 20th. So the regular season is going to end April 18th, and then 2 days later, here we go.
The show is on. So the Stanley Cup and the playoffs. In past episodes, you've probably heard us talk about playoffs, playoff spots, Stanley Cup, and our mid-season predictions. And then I realized we totally forgot to mention what the playoffs and the trophy actually are. So,
and just to like give you guys some context, Arielle and I both started like consistently watching hockey during the playoffs last year. So I think I caught the Kraken playing the Avs towards the end of their matchup and then started watching them play the Stars in that next matchup. And then we were texting back and forth like, hey, are you watching this game? Hey, are you watching this game? So that's kind of where it all started, which is kind of crazy to think about that it's been about a year now.
yeah, I know it's weird because we haven't really. Yeah, I was thinking about this too. Like we watched like a Kraken game, and then I think you had watched it first. Then you told me, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should watch it too. And then after that, we kind of were just like finding different games to watch, and we were just kind of going down and going with the flow of things, like whoever was on, and it was just we're learning as we go.
Yeah, hey, are you watching this Florida game? I don't know what channel is it on. Well, I have it on this channel, and it was just like, this is crazy to like. It happens so fast, and we weren't watching it consistently like every game, but I think we kept up with it pretty good last year, and so it's going to be kind of nice to see this year. Obviously, watching as many games as possible, and there's going to be so many, and they're going to be so often. Get ready for lots of us recapping them, and yeah, I'm excited. So you want to tell us a little bit about the Stanley Cup, Arielle?
Yes. So the Stanley Cup, I found out, is the oldest trophy in North American professional sports. It's changed size and shape over the years, but it currently stands at almost 3 feet tall and weighs nearly 35 pounds and is made up of silver and nickel alloy. And yeah, when I read that, I was like, dang, it's 35 pounds.
That's a trivia question. They ask a lot of people, like, how much does it weigh? I remember looking it up, and I thought it would be heavier for some reason, but I was surprised.
I thought so too.
35 pounds.
Because I remember after when Vegas won and they were going around, I think it was in that moment I realized, I was like, oh wait, they each get to like skate around with the trophy. This is so cool. Because I've never seen that before. I thought it would be heavier, but I just assumed that these are just big, strong guys. They could lift anything anyway, so.
Exactly. You know, they're the hockey players. They've got some weight on them. But also, like, now thinking about it and hearing, like, you know, they bulk up over the season and then slowly lose weight as the season goes on and on and on. And these guys are, like, wasting away to basically nothing by the time the playoffs happen. And I'm just like, are you not fragile and, like, brittle?
They're, like, holding on.
I mean,
it's like when you're trying to hold up the trophy. It's just pure adrenaline at that point.
Truly. I mean, yeah, some of the injuries these guys go through and like are also playing through is just wild to me.
All right, so that's the Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup Playoffs, which we're a hockey podcast, you heard us talk about it. You should probably know what they are, kind of, if you don't. But if you really don't, to learn, it is the annual elimination tournament for the National Hockey League. The winner and league champion of that season gets to hoist the Stanley Cup trophy. So it's this whole year, the whole season has been for these. For this playoff.
It's the penultimate award. Guys play seasons and seasons and seasons and may never see one or even get to like a playoff spot, which is crazy. I think you and I have talked about it recently, just like privately, about Jeff Skinner and how he's like never made it to the playoffs and he's just played his 1,000th game. That hurts my heart.
I feel so sad for it. Come on,
like not even the playoffs. Like I get not having a cup kind of, but like the playoffs is wild.
Oh no, because they can at least get into one game and then be eliminated, but he could still at least be like, hey, I played in the playoffs.
Poor Skinny.
Poor Skinny. Hopefully he could stay healthy. I mean, he's not old, so I feel like he's still got some chances.
Right? 32?
Yeah, 33? I think so.
31. Sorry, Skinny.
Oh, okay. He's good. Oh man, we aged you up.
I know, I'm so sorry. 1,000 games though. So Jordan Eberle just hit that and he's older than that. Ebbs is 33 and did his 1,000th game like a month ago. So I don't think my estimation was that far off. So now for a short backtrack and recap. There are currently at this time, it's April 13th, 2024, 32 teams in the NHL, and the 32 teams are separated by 4 divisions in 2 conferences. The Atlantic and the Metropolitan divisions are in the Eastern Conference, and the Pacific and Central divisions are in the Western Conference. So there's 8 teams in each division and 16 teams in each conference. And then let's see. So I did a little bracket for Arielle and I think we're just going to personally post them to our Instagram grid about what teams we want personally to make the playoffs, because you've already heard our midseason predictions, and I feel like the bracket's pretty much the same, except some exciting additions, aka the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are currently in the playoffs right now, which is very exciting. So
Sidney Crosby, man.
he's insane.
I'm so happy we joined this when we did, because he has been a sight to just see.
So many milestones that he's hit just in this last season has been amazing.
Every time he does something, I'm scrounging the internet, like, has anyone else done this before? Like, what are the numbers on anyone else doing this? This is insane, right? Okay.
Hard agree. So for the Western Conference at the time of recording, which again is April 13th, 2024, we have the Canucks versus the Vegas Golden Knights, who I think just clinched today. So they're for sure going. I think the West is all clinched right now. So
yes.
Vegas and the Canucks, the Avalanche and the Jets, the Oilers and the Kings, and the Stars and the Panthers are all going to play in the Western Conference. So moving on to the Eastern is a little bit more up in the air. They are fighting so hard to like clinch spots. I think,
if anything, I'm like, does anybody want to go?
I know. So at this moment, we've got the Bruins and the Penguins, the Panthers and the Leafs, the Hurricanes and the Islanders, and the Rangers and the Lightning for the Eastern Conference.
Okay. See that maybe sticking.
I really am begging the Penguins to just even go for the first round, which I guess to say that there are 4 rounds and then the 2 teams meet. I would be happy with the Canucks, the Avs, the Jets, or the Penguins, obviously. I think making it. And the Bruins, I think I'd be fine. So that's like a top 5.
Oh, for the
What about
cup?
you? Yeah, to win.
Oh, I think mine might be the same.
Like just in the hopes of it all. The Canucks and the Jets don't have cups, so like in theory, like that would be great for them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Realistically, I don't want to get into that again, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard.
Because I mean, I didn't start watching playoffs at the beginning last year, but from what I heard, like everyone was surprised that the Panthers made it so far. So who knows?
Yeah, and I guess this is maybe like the 3rd time in a row. I don't actually know this for real, but it is the 2nd time I know that the Oilers and the LA Kings have been a matchup in the first round, and it's just like everyone's like bored.
Oh, I didn't
There
know
was
that.
some bracket I looked at some point within the last month where the Kings and the Stars were playing each other, and I'm just like, why couldn't we have that? But whatever.
It'd be a good game.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching both of them. I think the Stars would be. I think the Kings are going to be a first round exit regardless who they play, but who knows? We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. The Western Conference is really good this season. Like they've been fighting.
So
I'm like, it's good. So yeah, I'm rooting for the Canucks to win, but I wouldn't be mad if it were the Avs, Jets, Bruins, Penguins, obviously, and then for solidarity with my friend Sarah, the Islanders. But I'm not going to say anything about them.
I feel like the Islanders, the Penguins, Jets, and the Avs have been pretty inconsistent. Like they're losing games that I thought they'd win.
Oh, as of late, yeah.
And
it's
then
been
I noticed,
weird.
Yeah, a lot of these teams like clinched and then lost like 3 games in a row right after, which is insane to me. Like this is where you're choosing to like stop working, I guess. But also I know a lot of teams have some players on injured reserve and stuff, trying to hold on and make sure they're good for the playoffs. So like I get it.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the bracket. If the Islanders really can clinch that spot, I will be just so impressed.
Who's behind them? Is it the Capitals? No. Because if the Penguins drop, it'd be the Capitals.
It is. Oh no, it is the Capitals. Damn, does nobody want a spot? I don't know what's happening in the Eastern.
It just seems wild to let some of these teams in when they have not as many points as like teams in the Western Conference, but they still get to go because they're just on the other side of the country.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like Boston, Florida, Toronto, New York Rangers, and Carolina, like all of them clinching their spots, even the Lightning. I'm like, okay, all of that makes sense to me. Everyone else though, I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't either. There's only like a week and a half left.
Well, yeah. Considering on the other side, I was like, I don't know who's gonna make it because they're all doing so good.
Yeah.
Versus over here, I'm like, okay, well, who are they gonna give the last 2 spots to?
I know. They're like pity spots. Sidney Crosby is gonna drag the Penguins by their like ears. He's trying so hard.
He scares me. Like, I'm just so impressed.
Yeah, as far as his like determination, I'm just like, no one stand in his way, please, because I fear for you.
But why he's
yeah.
I don't
think we need to fill in the blank there. I think I mean, if you don't, yeah, Sidney Crosby, guys. Sidney Crosby. All right.
Yep.
Explain this a little bit to me, Arielle, about how this worked and how they get there, please.
All right. So you hear us talking about their points. So 16 teams make it into the qualifying rounds. Unfortunately for everyone else, their summers get started early. But the format is a set bracket with the top 3 teams in each division. So that would be the Atlantic, Metro, Pacific, and Central, making up the first 12 teams in playoff contention. And then the remaining 4 spots go to the 2 highest finishers in each conference. So that would be a wild card spot coming from either the Eastern or Western, regardless of division. That I found interesting.
Yeah, I was wondering how the wild card spots worked.
I originally thought that it was 1 from each division, but apparently that is not the case. It's just Eastern and Western. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe like the Metro can have more than, or I guess in this case, it's turning out to be like the Pacific, maybe. Is it, if I'm looking at that correctly?
I think the Central, yeah, because the Preds are a wild card spot, and then I guess the Kings or the Knights. I don't remember which one's which. Hang on, I can look it up.
And they're Central, right?
Who?
Vegas?
Vegas is, I thought they're Pacific.
I don't know. You're right, they're Pacific.
Nice. The Predators are a wild card spot, and the Golden Knights are a wild card spot. So a Central and a Pacific. So that's nice that it's like split up.
Okay, yeah.
As far as the
that's
Western Conference goes. So during the regular season, every game a team plays, they get 2 points. If the game goes into OT, each team gets a point regardless, and then whoever wins the game gets the second point. And those points rack up over the 82 games they play throughout the season.
I was reading today that the Devils have won. I'm trying to remember if I read it. It's one of the teams that has clinched their spot. I think it might be the Leafs. Don't quote me on that. But they said that the Devils have won as many games as they have, but because they didn't have many overtime games, that really like just shot them in the foot. I mean, honestly, they were
interesting.
They were not getting to the playoffs, but that didn't help.
Yeah, someone's got to take out the Rangers first round, and they did it last year. So whoever they're playing, the Lightning, go Lightning, take them out.
I think if anybody could do it, it's them.
Nikita Kucherov, Steven Stamkos. Who else is on that team? Vasilevsky. I believe in you. Take them down. What else about the Stanley Cup? Is that it?
I think so, yeah, because I know in the next episodes we'll get into the first rounds and we'll discuss the difference in like the conference finals because like we said, like each of the teams from the Eastern and Western are going to be basically competing and then they'll meet in the middle. So either someone from the East will win the whole thing or someone from the West will win the whole thing. We'll see who it's going to be.
And then some of these teams are not fighting, but like will be named like the Pacific Division champion or the Central Division champion. I know the Stars could have won it a couple nights ago, but the Jets beat them with a shutout. Go Laurent Brossoit, one of my favorite goalies. So I'm excited to see who wins these division titles also.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Our source is NHL.com, and I feel dumb that I found like all like the history and like all everything, and I'm like, why have I like it was essentially like a TDLR of like all news and stuff, and I was like, where was this earlier? Why didn't I know about this?
Sometimes it just has to find you, you know?
But now we know, and I feel good about that.
Yeah, so things to look forward to. We're going to try and do 2 episodes weekly to keep you guys updated with all of the playoff news and games. So that's fun to look forward to. End of season stuff like awards and things we'll do once the Stanley Cup playoffs are over. And then some giveaways. I've got some cool stuff. I think Arielle has some stuff that we kind of want to give back to you guys that we've gotten across the season and really get this thing going. And yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be so fun. Yeah, and then after the Stanley Cup playoffs, we might take a little summer break. Yeah, we'll take a summer break. And then when we come back, we'll have bi-weekly episodes. That's every other week. And then we'll do this all over again next season. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, and then the draft. I think maybe after the 2024 draft, we'll take a break, right?
Because that's in the
I think that's early. It's like the week after the Stanley Cup Finals. I want to say it's pretty close after the game, like the season's over, and then season schedule releases end of June. So maybe we'll take all of July off. And then I know like training and stuff starts August-ish. It's not that much time off, honestly. Someone said 6 months and I was like, it's not 6 months, babe. It's not 6 months.
There's always something happening.
There is always something happening. So since there's something always happening, you guys should make sure you follow us on all of the Rink Rookie socials. Arielle's been a fiend, like we said, on Twitter, but she's also on our TikTok and our Instagram and our YouTube, which is Rink Rookie Pod, on everything. If you need to find us, just search it and we're probably there. So that being said, Arielle, where can the people find you?
They can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Arielle Garcia, Arielle, and on Twitter at Arielle Garcia. And you, Ash, where can they find you?
The people can find me, if they so choose, on Twitter at AENEWBY. Also, the same handle on Instagram. And then I'm Knives Are Out on TikTok. And I post some warm-up content just like on my personal stuff there if that interests you at all. And then
Ashley has a photography page that you guys should follow her on.
Yeah, I'm trying. My plan is next season is to get like a nicer, like not removable lens camera to take into like these venues because they're so like strict for no reason. And unfortunately, the sports world is really hard to do anything with unless you know somebody. So I'm just doing it on my own in this podcast.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing it though.
We're really trying hard, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but we're trying so hard.
We're trying and we're having fun. Thanks for being with us.
Truly. I know we've missed recording. Hopefully you guys have missed us in some capacity. But yeah, I'm excited for all this playoff stuff. I have gone back to work this last month and my boss asked me, when's hockey season over? Because I've taken a couple like half days and stuff, but it was already planned and this just is what it is going to be during hockey season. And I was like, I'm sorry, but not really.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I'm having fun. So that's all that matters.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell all your friends. Until next time.
Until next time. Goodbye.
Bye.